Welcome to ATX AF. We are. This is our inaugural edition of the podcast, and this is where we talk about all things Austin. So the format, there's a couple different things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing this live show.
That's right.
I'm DM. This is Laz.
That's me.
We are co-hosting together. Excited to be with everybody.
Yes.
But the you and I every week we might deep dive, bring somebody in, talk about something super Austin, or you and I might just talk and chat a little bit,
That's
have
right.
a little bit of fun.
That's right.
And so today we're calling this the Foundation episode. And what that means is you're just going to get to know your hosts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about our love for Austin.
That's right.
Our love for music.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let Laz introduce himself, talk a little bit about himself, his background. What brings you to the mic, Laz?
Well, I moved to Austin in 2015, February of 2015, right before my 30th birthday, and I decided to move out here. My brother was moving out here, and I decided, it was time to actually conquer my life, right? So I moved out here with the
From where?
From New Jersey, from Brooklyn, actually. Specifically, I moved out from Bay Ridge. So if there's any Bay Ridge fans in the house,
Shout out to Bay Ridge,
that's
watching
right.
ATX
That's
AF, of
it.
course.
Thank you.
Huge in Bay Ridge
That's
already.
right. We are gigantic. We have like 2 people following us already in Bay Ridge.
I feel like we are going to reach dozens of people with this
that's right.
podcast. Minimum.
Minimum.
Dozens.
24.
Could
36.
be hundreds.
Ooh.
But let's
you're pushing it
not
now.
get ahead of ourselves.
Let's slow down.
All right, so
anyway, I moved down here
in
from
Brooklyn, born and raised, on the playground is how you spent most of your days.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
That's correct. So when I moved out here, my goal was to find Will Smith. No. So I moved out here with the intention of actually pursuing my dreams. Right, I was a filmmaker for a long time, and I moved to New York with the desire to find an actual career in the film industry. And in New York, it's a little competitive. And I realized that maybe it wasn't just the filmmaking, right? Maybe it was the performing as well. So my last 6 months there, I had my little notebook, and I was writing down all these jokes. I was ready to become a stand-up. I was here. I had about 12, 15, 50 minutes worth of material, which is a lot for a stand-up, right? Yeah. And I went on stage once on my 30th birthday, and I was like, I think I'm going to do something else, right? So I discovered...
you know what?
What's that?
At least you didn't go to college for 8 years.
That's true.
For one show,
right.
and then get up there and be like, "Oh, I don't want to be a doctor. This sucks.
Yeah,
I'm afraid of
exactly.
blood."
Yeah,
so
right.
you know.
Yeah, or I'm up there and I'm like, I don't like the judge.
Congratulations on not finding your dream
Thank you.
early.
Boom.
There you go.
And that's what we're all about here at ATX AF.
Helping you not find your dreams.
That's correct.
If you would like to come visit the show and you think, hey, I'm really good at X, Y, or Z,
that's very true.
We're willing to smash your dreams.
We'll crush them.
We will tell you. We'll be like, listen,
that
spot. Is no. I'm sorry.
No. Out.
No. You thought, what's the British guy that?
Which one? There's a lot.
American Idol. And Simon Cowell. You thought he was mean?
No. You have not met mean.
You have not met me.
Gentlemen.
No, not until you sit across from us.
That's true.
All right, so you get up. You got an hour.
I got an hour. So it doesn't, it was fine. I did this whole routine about how all the presidents know me and they've given me nicknames, and it's, out there. And I got a couple laughs. I was pretty happy with my first. But I decided, I needed company on stage, right? So I discovered some improv. I did improv for a few years. And at the same time, I also developed a talk show. So I had a talk show for about a year or so. I was a co-host on there. I was a head writer.
Wait, you're supposed to write talk shows?
Sometimes, yeah. Oh, we didn't. Did you not write anything?
I didn't write anything. I thought we just talked.
We are in trouble. We are in trouble tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
No. I mean, but yeah. I mean, ours was a fictional talk show. Ultimately, we had a lot of not real people on it. So
okay.
Video. We played a game show at the end of every one, so we had to write the game show. That kind of stuff.
I attended your talk show.
You
As a matter of
did,
fact, I think I was a guest.
You were a guest. I was developing another one. It just didn't work out. But I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm happy to be with you now.
And now, what are you doing?
Now I am
fulfilling your dream.
I'm fulfilling my dream of getting paid to perform. But instead of on stage, I'm in a fitness studio. I'm at Orange Theory. I'm a coach over there. I'm changing lives. 17 to 25 times a week. And I'm looking pretty fly while I do it. So that's,
yeah, because I remember last time I saw you were what 450.
That's right.
And
I was gigantic.
Yeah, he was actually wider than he is taller.
That's
if
right.
you can
That's
believe
right.
it, ladies.
That's right.
Matter of fact, this suit, he actually had to cut this way.
Yeah.
So it's amazing story.
Yes, that's right. That's luckily in Brooklyn. There's a lot of tailors. I learned before I left how to sew. So I'm in good shape now. Yeah.
All right.
So what about you?
What brings me to Austin, Texas? Do we do the real, or do I just keep it like light? So as an entrepreneur, right?
I like that.
15 years entrepreneurship, have kids, still have them, didn't get rid of them.
I don't think that's allowed.
No. Well, yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah.
It's just if you get caught, that's the only problem.
Right.
But my children were coming into their teen years. As an entrepreneur, I mean, you'll work crazy hours, 18, 20 hours a day, 6-7 days a week. I was just nonstop. And my now ex-wife said, you can have a business or you can have a family, but you can't have both anymore. And, I felt like it was probably best to, give it one more try. We moved to Austin, started working where we work together. It's the place. We'll call that the place that we shall not mention.
That's right. That's right.
What is that guy on? I don't watch Harry Potter. The man the man that we shall not mention. Yeah. Somebody shout out from the crowd. What is that guy called?
Is that Voldemort?
Is that a what's
person?
The name? Is it the
man that will not be named?
Okay, so the business that will not be named is where we work together.
That's right.
And you
were very successful.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was insane at times.
It was insane. It was one of those places where when you get a sale, everybody celebrates, and if you're a good salesman, they put a 4-foot by 6-foot picture of you on the wall,
which is not good for somebody with an ego. Already that size.
Right.
Yeah.
So but those days were fleeting. And now I'm on the South Side. Right. I'm a director of sales for a digital marketing company. And then I started my own new media company, which is what we're doing here, DM Media. DIEM, like Carpe Diem, seize the day.
I like
this present moment. That's why I switched to the DM as DIEM.
That's very nice. It's funny that I didn't know the business I was working for until this moment. So that's
this moment, yeah.
There we go. Now I know.
Welcome to DM Media. Glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have you, sir.
And I'm happy to be here.
So tell me, what are 5 things you like about Austin?
5 things.
If somebody said, I just want to hear 5 things that are awesome about Austin.
So as a New Yorker, right, I think I have a little different perspective, right? Because so many people come here and they're like, oh man, Austin's so big. And to me, Austin's so small. And I like that, right? It's kind of like a small town city, right? So I go out and I always run into somebody that I know. Because I've had my toes in a lot of different pools, right, between the comedy and the place that will be not, that will not be named.
The business that shall not be named.
That's right. And, and Orange Theory and all these other things that I've been doing. And, it's cool to always run into somebody. And what's also nice about Austin is that it's big enough that I always meet somebody new too, right? So you get both of those opportunities whenever you go out. I also I like the fact that you can kind of test things out. This is number 3.
Number 1, it's small. Number 2, you get to know a lot of people.
That's right. Number 3 is that there's so many different communities in Austin. That you can really test out what your interests are, right? And always find somebody that's pretty interested in what you're interested in as well. And I wish it was a little more inclusive, that they would bring in more people from the outside. But we can't get everything we want, right, in life, right? I also like the food culture, right? I mean, the food is. I mean, I'm sure that probably goes right along with.
You stole my thunder, man.
No, that's okay. You probably have a lot more to say about it than me.
Yeah,
but coming from New York, always having the opportunity to try different cuisine and different takes on that cuisine is super exciting for me. Every time I don't like repeating one restaurant. I like to try to eat out at as many places as possible. We can edit that? No?
It's gone.
Okay, it's gone. Done.
It's gone.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is, unfortunately.
It'll stand in the annals of history.
That's right.
And we'll actually put that soundbite on your tombstone.
That's going to be. This is going to be mumbling.
Out.
So I think the other thing is that Austin is affordable enough for you to pursue your dreams, right?
Yep.
It's not cheap, right? But when I was living in New York, it was so much more expensive, and I could not pursue the dream of filmmaking or comedy or anything like that. And I've had 3 different careers since I moved here in 2015. And
about a career a year. Congratulations.
That's right. And I can always kind of go back to the drawing board if I need to, right? But I went from retail to sales, and then I had the comedy on the side, and then I started the fitness thing. So it's allowed me to broaden my horizons and not worry too much about the mountains of debt that are on the back end of those career changes. So I think those are my 5 favorite things about Austin.
There we go.
Yeah. You ready?
All right. Yeah. Are you ready? Five favorite things. So, first of all, everybody understand, I am Benjamin Buttoning my life. For those of you who do not know, so I'll be 42 next week,
right?
And I know you're looking at going, no way, this guy.
Look how young.
Look how young he is.
I thought he was
28. But I've been Benjamin Buttoning my life. So, got married when I was 18. And lived in Iowa, grew up in Iowa, moved to Tulsa. That was the big move in my 20s.
Right. The big city.
Owned a business when I was 21. Had been in positions of various leaderships and various things all throughout adulthood until basically I moved here. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm going to live to laugh, and I'm going to enjoy the moments that I experience. And I'd taken on a lot of responsibility at a very young age. And one of the things that I love about Austin is it enabled me to come and create who I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. In Iowa, I was my father's son.
Right.
In Tulsa, I was in this particular box and with this particular group of people, and everywhere I went, they'd look at me, well, aren't you still that guy?
Right.
I come to Austin, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm whoever I want to be. And I've loved that. Yeah. So, I've got to, I was in a band for a little while. That was fun. Right. So that's the first and foremost thing. Austin has allowed me to redefine myself.
It's like your college. Like a lot of kids go to college, right? They were John when they were in, high school, and now they're Jonathan when they go to college.
Right.
And that's what happened with you, You went from one name, and now you're DM. And that's where we are now. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I love Austin because it allowed me to really just embrace who I know I am.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that's what Austin's all about, right? Mm-hmm. It's about embracing who you are.
Right. That's right.
It's about coming here, and they say keep Austin weird, but what's weird to me is normality. Mm-hmm. And so when you get that person who just checks all the boxes, like I know he's got people buried in his backyard, and he's eating people for dinner. That's just reality. Watch every serial killer documentary starts with, he just seems so normal.
He was my neighbor.
Just the nicest guy.
He used to bring me a fruitcake every Christmas.
So to prove that I'm not a psycho killer,
right.
I'm just a jackass.
That's
and everyone's like, well, there's no way that guy could kill people. He'd never get away with it. Look at him, 6'2", 200 and odd pounds, tattoos, beards. Like, well, I only got one beard.
No, really?
Yeah, well, one that I can show.
Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, all right. So, I love the fact that Austin embraces the people.
Yes.
And it allows for individuality.
Right.
Love the music scene. Mm-hmm. Love, 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 love. The fact that the most boring Tuesday night in Austin is the most exciting Saturday night of the year in Tulsa.
Yeah.
And a lot of cities, right? That's like if you were just tonight's Thursday night.
Yeah.
And we've invited people in, and do you know there was like 4 really cool things that I didn't go to tonight to be here with you people? Like I sacrificed.
You guys should be
I sacrificed.
You should feel very lucky right now.
I could be. You know what there's going on tonight?
What's that?
And this is in June, so this is actually the past. Yeah. You know what was going on the night that we shot this?
What's that?
At Moon Tower Saloon.
Yeah.
Down on the south side, not too far from where I live. John Raffio from Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec, yeah.
He's got like a tongue-in-cheek fashion show going on at Moon Tower Saloon with a lot of like local bloggers, and so that's where they all are.
Why are you watching us right now on Instagram? That's the real question.
And I think at the end of the day, if our show becomes so popular that nobody watches it,
that's right.
We've reached our goal.
That's our goal. We're trying to put ourselves out of business,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen.
Because if so many people find out about so much exciting fucking shit that's happening in Austin every single day of the week, they're gonna be like, sorry. They're gonna be like, holy fuck! Like, why am I watching people live their life on Instagram?
Right, exactly.
Why am I?
I should not be on my couch right now.
No,
I need to be out in the streets.
Yeah,
wildin' right now.
Wildin'. That's what we're gonna do from now on.
We're gonna go crazy.
This is wild.
We're gonna go wild in here.
So I think that's number 3, right? Music.
Yeah, music.
Food.
My 4th too.
That was your 5th, but we'll keep it. Food. I love food. I've actually got about 42 years of experience with food now. So it's served me well. Right. I started an Instagram, which is the Instagram now, That Austin, Texas Life, that we're kind of trying to use as a springboard for all of this media stuff. I started it when I moved here. It was 50 Shades of Food. Sexy as fuck, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Laying it down thick.
Yeah. And then we went to Aid It in Austin, and then we translated here to That Austin, Texas Life.
Right.
And because it's more Austin's more than food, but I've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time trying new restaurants, trying a lot of really nice places, places that, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't spend that kind of money at that time. Yeah. To go to, but I've been able to eat at really great places. Media passes, got to go to on a media pass to ACL, and I was writing for a big blog that had millions and millions of followers. I was their Austin correspondent, so I really was able to get tied into the food scene.
Okay,
and the thing about Austin, and this is something that we'll dive into over time, is there's really only about 3 owners of restaurants in Austin. For those of you who don't know, there's like 3 guys who own 40 restaurants, and they just split off and do different things. They're like, now we're going to take the noodles and we're going to add a pork and brisket, but beer.
That's right.
It's going to be beer Tatsuya. So there's 4 or 3 restaurant owners in Austin, but they all do a great job.
Yes.
And I should say the successful ones.
Right.
The ones that they know what they're doing, and so they can create all these great concepts. So food's number 4. The people, honestly. The thing about Austin, and I'm one of those people, I can't live in New York.
Yeah.
I can't live in Philly. I can't live in a place where I say, hey, what's up? And they go, what the fuck do you want? I can't live in a place like that, because everywhere I go, it's like, if I'm standing in line, let's chat. I'm the kind of person that'll just make a comment to somebody as I'm walking through a store or whatever. So I find that when I'm in places like that, either I shut up or I get myself in trouble.
You have to know how to do it right, because I was like that in New York, and I got away with it. But I think it might be the
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
It might be the Jewish thing. That's all I'm saying. It might be.
So I'll be like, hey, yeah, Shvechtala?
Yeah, that's you didn't use the word Shvechtala, and that was the problem.
Is that what it was?
You got to talk about more Shvechtalas, and then we'll be good.
Listen here, yeah, Shvechtala.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so
I know what that is.
So let's talk about our show.
Our show.
I want to slow it down for a moment.
Okay.
And let's roll in. We've got people in the background. You hear that R&B kind of vibe. We're going to take it slow for a moment, just kind of jive. And I'm ready to make some commitments to our audience.
Oh boy.
We're going to make commitments to you tonight. 5 commitments. 5 from DM, 5 from Laz.
That's 10.
To you, our audience.
10.
That's 10 commitments, 1 for every viewer.
That's right. That's correct.
First of all, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do 3 for myself.
Okay.
And then I want you to give 2 for me.
I have to do 2.
And then we'll reverse it.
Okay.
And since you started the,
I want you to start this one. I don't want to steal.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Because I'd like to steal first.
Yes.
All right. So I commit to being exhausted.
Okay.
Whenever I walk out of these shows.
Oh, I like it.
I am going to lay all my motherfucking energy on the table every time.
How loud is that?
Oh, it can get louder.
I know that.
Everyone just went like that from their. They went like that with their headphones, right? But I'm gonna
do
lay.
that if you're driving.
I'm gonna lay my energy on the table. I'm giving that to you guys. That's number 1. Number 2, I promise to never wear the same pair of shoes twice.
All right, I like it.
I've got, several pairs of shoes, 50, 60 pairs, and I'm always adding to them. As a matter of fact, last month, it was the middle of the month, and I had bought about a dozen pair. I've been on a real rant lately, and my fiance made me promise 10 days of no shoes.
Oh my goodness.
10 days I could not buy a pair of shoes. I made it.
Were you like shaking by the end?
But I did buy 6 pairs in the next week.
Gotcha.
But I promised to never wear the same pair of shoes twice.
Okay.
So every episode, we're gonna have the shoe of the episode.
Yeah.
But we're shooting 2 episodes. I'm gonna have to bring wardrobe changes because we're gonna be shooting multiple episodes a night.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
same.
number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, I promise that my beard shall always remain this luxurious.
Oh.
Because I know, ladies, and a few men, some of you are tuning in and you're looking at that beard and you're saying, "Oh my God.
Look at that beard.
Look at that beard.
How luscious.
How luscious." They just want to bury their face and go in it. I know they do. That's what they want.
Yeah.
So I make those commitments. I'm going to lay it all on the table. I'll never wear the same pair of shoes twice, and I will always keep my beard luxurious.
Okay.
So now you got to give me 2.
2 commitments for the DM. Number 1, I will expect you to.
This is what I call the daddy Laz side.
Daddy
side.
Laz here. Yes, this is DM. I expect you to always bring your finest scotch every week.
Brought a Macallan 15 tonight.
That's right. So I'll expect, and you can repeat the scotch. That's fine.
Yeah, we can.
We can, because that can get pricey.
Well, and here's the thing: is there a lot of local Scotch makers? We might have to switch to whiskey.
We might. That's true.
Because
very true.
I'm all
That's very
open for a local whiskey place
Okay,
to
that's
be.
fair. That's fair.
Does that make sense?
That's fair. Yes. So you're.
This is how we monetize, Laz.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, this is how we
This
make
is
money.
monetizing, everybody.
So shh,
101.
shh, just keep it on. This is how we make money.
And
Okay.
that's number 1.
So we'll always have a bottle of fine spirits with us.
That's right. And then number 2, I expect you to check our guests if they're either, bullshitting, or if they're, not being true. That's what I expect from you.
Can you give me the difference between bullshitting and not being true? Because I feel like there's a nuance there.
So there is a nuance. So bullshitting would be flat out lying. Well, not being true is kind of being a phony as a person. So if they're coming in and they're not really being who they are,
right,
we need to fucking check them, and you're the man to do it.
Check themselves before they wreck themselves.
That's true. That's correct.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hear 3 from you, Laz.
3 commitments from me. I think number 1, I will always be a sharp-dressed bald man. That will be the way that it goes here. You'll see this fine-looking suit. Not this one necessarily. I have a few more. So you will always see the suit, no matter.
You're gonna wear the white one.
No, I'll have the white one.
The white one's so beautiful.
Yes, I know. I'll have the white one, the ice cream colored suit. So you'll always see that suit going on. So that'll be number 1. Number 2, you can always expect me to be the voice of reason. I think that's what I'm gonna bring to the table. I will be the outsider's view of Austin, right? Because I am not. I don't necessarily live in the city limits at the moment, right?
Southside.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
That's right. So you'll I come a little fancy up at 620, right? So
out that Lakeway digs, baby.
That's it. So I have the suburban side to me, so I'll be able to translate for any of our listeners that might not be quite as down, if you will.
With it.
That's right.
If you're not with it, we've got a translator.
That's it. That's what I'm here for, and I can play on both sides. So that'll be good. That's what I'm known for, right? So and then finally, my 3rd commitment to our audience, to you guys especially, I think I will always bring the New York out of me. So I will be here, and as much as DM will keep it real with our guests, I can't hide how East Coast I am. It's just who I am.
So if I piss you off, you're just gonna punch me in the face.
That could happen. That could happen.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Because it's not hard.
That's right.
It actually, we've hung out for quite a couple of years now.
I have never punched you in the face.
I don't think you've ever been that mad at me.
No. I took a lot of time. I kind of, before I moved out here, I did a lot of self work.
Right.
I'm
and the universe prepared you for my friendship.
That's correct. And that's.
So let's two from you.
Give me two.
Well, you kind of did I really wanted a commitment that you would shave your head the day of, but do you shave every day?
No. I will. I did shave today.
I need you to shave your head because I don't want that showing up on camera, buddy. I don't want the little side stubble.
You don't want any side
stubble? No side
no,
stable for you, buddy.
Okay.
So
you don't want any 5 o'clock shadow?
No 5 o'clock shadow. I need you to keep it clean.
Okay.
All
right.
Otherwise, we will just do it in the studio.
Well, we just have to make sure that we have, makeup sometimes because it could be too shiny for our audience.
Yeah, we used to when we worked together. We used to do a little skit, I guess you could say. Every Thursday we did an episode of Inside the Shiny Cranium, where I would ask deep personal questions. He was actually the manager of my team.
Yeah.
At the business that shall not be named.
That's right.
All right, so you're gonna shave your head each and every time, and then here's the other thing I want you to commit, because I know I can be a little bit of a big personality sometimes.
Okay.
But I know you're a big personality.
Yeah, it can happen.
I just need us both to be 100% us.
All right.
You know what I mean? I don't want you to think it's too much. I don't want you to be like, well, Dennis is being Dennis, and DM is being DM.
Is that what I sound like?
In my head. It's like,
I'm a Muppet.
Yeah, DM is being DM, so I've got to just chill down a little bit. I've got to be the voice of reason.
No.
We're going to have fun.
All right.
All right?
I am, okay. I can act fun.
We have just literally just gone nowhere for 30 minutes. We have spun around the parking lot for 30 minutes.
Donuts, baby.
We're going to wrap it up. We're going to bring in our next guest. For those of you who are joining us live, you're just going to stay with us. But for those of you who are on the podcast, watching this down the road, thank you so much for watching us. I hope you've enjoyed it. Right. I hope we've made you laugh.
A little bit.
I hope we've made you smile.
That's important too.
I hope maybe even brought a little bit of reflection. Yeah. Because I think there were some nuggets in there. There were some good takeaways, and we don't have time for all of them.
And feel free to watch it again and take some notes.
Yeah.
So that you can find the nuggets.
Yeah, and share, and let's just be honest. The things that even just off the dome, pretty brilliant.
That's right.
Pretty brilliant.
That's it.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
So step your game up, 'cause you won't tame us. This is how we hold it, we won't never change up.
That's the show, guys.
That's the show.